Hello guys, it's Revolution. In this video we're going to discuss angel tier power levels in Dragon Ball Super and what exactly that means and where certain characters from the Dragon Ball Super franchise might fit into a hypothetical power level chart ranging from Gods of Destruction level power to the angels. Of course, the inception of Dragon Ball Super started off with Beerus, the God of Destruction awakening from a 39-year slumber and seeking the Super Saiyan God after a prophetic dream. And of course, Beerus brought into play a higher plane of power, a new realm of power from anything we'd seen before in Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Now this higher range of power is a very broad one. It's often referred to as the God tier level of power. The lower echelons of that realm of power are Super Saiyan God Goku. Now don't get it twisted, Goku surpassed certain gods a long time ago, including gods of planets, cardinal gods, the supreme Kais, the gods of creations, at least in terms of raw power. But once again, don't get it twisted. There are abilities and powers that these gods have that even the likes of Goku, despite his raw power level, does not possess. That's not what the God realm refers to. It refers to basically Super Saiyan God up to God of Destruction levels of power. But like I said, it's quite a broad range of power. The Gods of Destructions, you could argue, the higher echelons of that range of power. And of course, even the Gods of Destruction's power varies between each other. To what degree, nobody knows. From the weakest God of Destruction to the strongest God of Destruction, that range could be an unknown amount. But ultimately, it's highly implied that Beerus is one of the stronger Gods of Destructions, especially in the manga. Super Saiyan God marks a completely new realm of power for the Z Warriors. Of course, certain characters using even regular ki have managed to catch it and match it. The likes of Ultimate Gohan, Golden Frieza, Broly, and of course you can include Jiren in that as well, but it's unknown whether or not he uses God Ki. Despite Super Saiyan God Goku and of course Vegeta reaching a completely new realm of power, even in the Tournament of Power in the manga, Cetrus says that this is power that rivals the gods. In the anime there's a very good comparison made by Whis comparing a tree stump to a giant castle, and as I keep saying ad nauseum, this is no regular castle, it's Beerus' castle. The jump in power is enormous. Of course, Goku eventually attained Super Saiyan Blue, Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, then used Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken in the anime, and obviously completed Super Saiyan Blue in the manga, and then even used completed Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken in the manga Tournament of Power. Of course, we know from interviews from the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie that Goku at his strongest, at least at will if we're charitable, that completed Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Goku or Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20 Goku from the anime hadn't caught Beerus in terms of power. So with those forms alone, that tree stump hasn't yet grown enough to be compared to the giant castle we were talking about. However, Ultra Instinct in many different media sources has been compared to the level of Gods of Destructions, not only through Jiren, who is somebody who is with at least within that God of Destruction range of power. Whether he's stronger than all of them, there's some sources suggesting he is, there's a lot of sources suggesting he's just at the level of God of Destruction. Whichever you believe is fine, but ultimately the point of this video is that Ultra Instinct is being put at a level with Beerus. Whether it surpasses Beerus or not, I think we do need more information, but there is an article from the Jump magazine that states it might surpass Beerus. Therefore, going by this evidence, assuming this evidence is absolutely correct, then ultimately Ultra Instinct Goku has surpassed all Gods of Destructions. That would put him in the lower echelons of the angel tiers of power. Throughout the entirety of Dragon Ball Super, Goku and Vegeta have been training to eclipse Beerus. Beerus is being used as the benchmark. Eventually they will do so without a shadow of doubt, but once they're past that threshold, then it's not in Goku and Vegeta's nature to basically take it easy. They will be looking for the next challenge, which of course is the angel tier realm of power. Now the angels are quite mysterious. We know that there's 12 angels. They attend the Gods of Destructions of each of the 12 multiverses in the multiverse. Previously 18. What happened to those other 6 angel attendants? That is up in the air, but cue the Morowok, cue Merus, who is an angel trainee. So there's more angels than just the attendants to the Gods of Destructions. We know that there is an angel planet, etc. So there's likely a whole civilization of angels. But we know that Whis and Bados can easily one-shot both of their Gods of Destructions, Beerus and Champa, and as we've discussed, Beerus is one of the stronger Gods of Destructions. So naturally, we can assume that at least Whis and Vados are stronger than all Gods of Destructions comfortably. In the manga, going back to the Universe 6 vs Universe 7 tournament, there was a bit of banter between Vados and Whis, debating about who was the strongest. Of course, it was stated that Vados got the better of training 1,000 years ago, but Whis claims he's gotten better since. So what this should tell you that even the angels, just like the Gods of Destructions, aren't all at a set level of power. I don't know why people would believe this anyway. Even so with the Gods of Destructions, why would elected Gods of Destructions, who are all coming with varying levels of power and various levels of training, be at the same power level? Imagine if Jiren became a God of Destruction now, he wouldn't automatically be at Belmore's power level, who he is confirmed to be stronger than, without becoming a God of Destruction. Of course, in the Moro arc, Merus appears, who's an angel trainee. He isn't an attendant to a God of Destruction, and how this is kind of portrayed in the Moro arc is that being an angel trainee is not held in as high regard as an angel attendant to a God of Destruction, so it seems that there's levels of power within the angel realm. Of course, you can see on my thumbnail I've given Merus a 12 and Whis a 15. This is based off of Toriyama's original God scale from the Battle of Gods movie. So don't get it twisted, guys. I'm not saying that God scale is now back in action, but it does give you an idea on how Toriyama rated Beerus initially to that of Whis, and Whis obviously was a lot stronger. If you remember correctly, Goku with Super Saiyan God was a 6, Beerus was a 10, and Whis was a 15. So I've kind of just given Merus a number in between that, because if he isn't as strong as Whis, then obviously he's not going to be a 15. He could be anywhere between a 10 and a 15. Obviously I've given the Grand Prix question marks. We just know that he's a lot stronger than Whis by Whis' own concession. In the anime, he was said to be one of the 5 top strongest fighters in the multiverse. Those other 4 are unknown. It's unknown whether they are including Zeno, Zeno's gods, or even Super Shenron. But in the manga, he was just confirmed to be the strongest martial artist in the multiverse. Basically, he is just far stronger than Whis. If there is in the angel tier of power, the Grand Priest would, as far as we know, be in the higher echelons of the angel tier levels of power. Are there others like the Grand Priest who have that level of power? Possibly. Some people are theorising that the Grand Priest could be an Archangel, which I personally think would be a great way for Dragon Ball Super to go, but of course these are just theories. Until it's confirmed, then it's to be taken lightly. As I mentioned earlier, if Ultra Instinct Goku from the Tournament's power is definitely at Beerus' level, then he would also be a 10. Beerus is one of the stronger Gods of Destruction, so a Moro arc Ultra Instinct Goku should be even stronger than that by extension. Then surely he will be moving up those rankings and further up the angel tier of power. Ultra Instinct is a technique that the angels are capable of doing. We know that Whis has it. I know some people have questioned Whis stepping in Pooh as meaning not he doesn't have Ultra Instinct, but Pooh doesn't represent danger as far as I'm concerned. In Ultra Instinct and Mastery of Self-Movement removes you from danger, so I think that was just as it was intended to be a gag. Merus, who's only an angel trainee, was able to train Ultra Instinct Sign out of Goku in the space of 6 months, something that Whis wasn't able to do, who is seen as his superior. And in chapter 63 of the Dragon Ball Super manga, one going full power and using his halo, we did see him show traits of Ultra Instinct. Of course, you may be able to argue that down to Merus just having simply far more power than Moro 7-3. As we saw with Gogeta Blue against Broly, Broly wasn't able to land on Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta because he was just that much faster and more powerful than Broly that he couldn't land a hit, and it appeared that Gogeta was just dodging all of Broly's shots. But Whis definitely has it. You can assume that Vados has it because she's able to compete with Whis, and Grand Priest, who Whis cannot even get close to, can only assume has a perfected version of Ultra Instinct or has something beyond Ultra Instinct. But with Ultra Instinct, at least when Goku manages to attain it and use it at will, that version of Ultra Instinct will be the initiation of Goku into the Angel tier of power, just as Super Saiyan God was the initiation for Goku into the God tier of power. Of course, just like Super Saiyan God, Goku was a tree stump next to a castle in terms of the God's Destructions and was at the basement level of the God of Destruction tier of power. Ultra Instinct will likely be at the basement of the Angel tier of power. The whole overarching narrative has been that of Goku and Vegeta trying to attain Beerus' level of power. He has been the benchmark. They are hovering around that level now, surely by the Moro arc. Some characters are stated to have surpassed Beerus. It's surely a matter of time. For me, that overarching narrative is starting to get a bit stale. I love Beerus as a character, but I think it's time to move on from him. The angels would be natural progression. And just a caveat for the God scale, guys, I'm not suggesting that it should be taken seriously. Like I said, it just gives you an idea of how much power Whis has over that of Beerus, and it doesn't work linearly at all. It cannot work linearly. Invertedly, possibly, but that's just theoretical. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comments section. Is Morrow an angel tier level villain already, or do you think he still needs to get stronger? And is Fusion an angel tier level of power? Is Gogeta Blue or Vegito Blue in the angel realm of power as of the Morrow arc? Let me know your thoughts. I look forward to reading them. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Keep smashing that like button. Keep lending the Daishinkin your energy. Until next time, Ad Astra.